Hey, good morning. I don't really like the angle of this camera this morning, but I don't know why my little thing all messed up. But I'm going to say something this morning while we take a ride and talk hip-hop. Just the current hip-hop situation. And I'm talking Kendrick Lamar, a lyrical genius, a top performer, versus Drizzy Drake. And this is what I want to say. And the reason I'm talking about this on my way to work is because I'm building a playlist of like both of their songs going back and forth. Not just at like their beef time or whatever, their rap beef situation, but just overall, you know, how they are as artists, right? Like their performing ability, you know, their stage presence, you know, their creativity. And I'm talking about anything from the lyrics to, yo, that's like the third one I done seen this morning. Like, wow. Anyway, so, you know, from the lyrics to the creativity, I'm talking about samples that they use in their music, you know, hit records, you know, which ones stick, which ones go. And I'm going to tell y'all, and this is why I'm going to lose a couple of y'all at, right? I already know. And I'm okay. I understand. Kendrick Lamar is a beast, right? He's creative. You can feel his artwork in his music. You know what he's drawing. He paint the picture. I mean, you really gotta. Sometimes you gotta slow it down and just like listen to every like punchline, phrase, word. You know. I hope I said good morning. Good morning, y'all. I hope y'all having an amazing day. I'm just driving to work. You know. So anyway, snow on the ground, looking beautiful. So Kendrick Lamar is great. I think you make a mistake if you take away from what Drake offers us as fans, right? You know, Drake lets us into his life from Degrassi to the glory. Let's just be real, right? And the Canada's president, you know what I'm saying? Like, or prime minister, whatever you want to say. Like, and now, for the most part, he does make a lot of music for the ladies. He just does. That doesn't take away from the fact that I just went the wrong way. That doesn't take away from the fact that he make money. He make music for the homies too. Like he make hit records that you could play in the club, that you could play on a long drive. Like, and I like to, like, when I listen to music, especially, you know, if it's something new, I want to give it a spin from top to bottom, that whole album, right? I want to hear the whole project because I'm trying to think like what went into their mind. I used to play with some music a little bit, be around some music, whatever. And I'd be curious, like, what went into your mind when you walked in the studio that day? Like, was it you? Was it the producer? Like, how did this idea come about? You know, and then what did you put into it? Did you put life into it? Or did you just put a bunch of drums into it? Did you put gibberish? Or did you tell a story? You know, so, or is there a story behind it? You know, so for me, if you listen to Drake's first 3 albums, just listen to his first 3 albums and tell me if you don't think this man is a master painter. Yeah. This man is talented, you know, and I'm even talking about the lady songs. Now, the latest album, I'll be honest, I'm not like head over heels for, but I don't think he made it for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, all this humming and stuff like that. Like, that's what's up. You know, I skipped through them. I'm not even gonna lie. I listened to a couple of them, and I was like, I get it. You know, I feel like for some reason, every artist feels like they have to have like 1 or 2 of those on there. Maybe for radio spins, maybe for just focused on the ladies. I don't know. I don't really care for the auto-tune type effect at this point. Like, it's so easy to make, like, it's so many artists right now. It's hard to keep up with. Literally, like, I was like, you know what I'm going to do to try to keep up with the artists I like? I'm going to just save them. I listen through Tidal. You know, shout out to Tidal. I don't get paid for this. I'm just letting y'all know. But I use Tidal, and, you know, it's just like, I thought that was going to make my list simple. Man, I still be going through my favorites like, dang, what was that dude's name? What was such and such name? You know, shout out to Rob 49. I was listening to him this morning a little bit. You know, before that, I started with Johnny, man, dude that was on America's Got Talent that sung Whitney Houston. I'm so sorry, Johnny Manuel. You know, and then I kind of went all over the place. I was doing R&B, and then I ended up landing on straight trap music with Rob 49, and then we just kind of went from there. But then I went to Drake, and lyrically, Drake is insane. You know, the way he tells his stories, the way he puts it together, paints the picture. This man is a master artist. I don't take nothing away from Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar got some hits. He's a lyrical genius. Like, I appreciate all that. But I'm going to be completely honest. I'm from Fayetteville, 2-6. And, all right, 301 raised. I think that, you know, J. Cole should not have dropped out of that, just for the culture. For the culture, these boys not about to fight. Like, it's not on no real. Cole told y'all in the track, like, what kind of beef we grew up around in Cumberland, you know. So they rapping, that's not real, y'all. Like, that's not about to go nowhere. So here's the deal. For the lyrical sport, man, I wish J. Cole would have stayed in that. Because if you want to talk about somebody who can hit you with lyric, storytelling, stage presence, and all of that combined, it's Cole. I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to say this. Lyrically, now, beat hard to all that kind of stuff to mix. I'm going to try to take this out of the sun if that'll help. Hold on. The beat, the music, all that too, right? But I want you to think about this. J. Cole's Kendrick Lamar diss track, the 7-minute situation, whatever. Y'all, to me, that one. I'm sorry. I get it. You know, Kendrick's hit track, you know, performed at the Super Bowl. I don't even remember. I just forgot it, actually. I'm sorry. But y'all know what I'm talking about. No disrespect to the track. Track is amazing. And he hit at the right time, whether he had bots and Columbia, whoever records behind him handling that. Damn, they did a good job. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't take that away from it. But, and it's a record that's going to be here for a long time. Kind of like All I Do Is Win with T-Pain. The celebration song, what do you call it? The confetti song. That song going to be around for a long time. If you get a hit record and sports teams get behind it, different ethnic groups and races get behind it, and damn kids and social media, like, you hit all of those marks, yeah, that record is gonna bring you money for a long time. You might as well sit back and enjoy the residuals, in my Chris Brown voice, just joking, don't have one of those, or the royalties, right? Kendrick, you were blessed, buddy, right? And Mustard, congrats, you know. And then for him to do another one with the Turn the TV Off, right? Y'all, the Super Bowl arena, when my man said A minor, I don't even gotta go into it. Like, let's just, it is what it is, right? Now, Drizzy Drake. Y'all remember his song with Trey Songz? Y'all remember the Young Money, the I Wish I Can, Every Girl in the World? I'm gonna tell y'all, man, it's so many tracks that Drake been on that the other people could have got off and it would have been a hit still. Like, y'all gotta understand, Drizzy is nice, right? And I'm gonna even say this. This is why I'm gonna really make y'all mad. Drake's diss track, the two of them, the one where he did the Van and the one before that or whatever. Drake diss track against Kendrick versus Kendrick's against his. I'm giving it to Drake. I'm giving it to Drake. And it was hard. But I'm going to tell you, Drizzy, regardless of if he was on wrong facts, he got his information however he got it. He talked about it. He wrapped it in a song, and he told a storyline that made me feel like somebody baby ain't who they, right? And even if it is a lie, even if none of that is real, God almighty, the way he broke it down was insane. Kendrick did his thing. What is the track called? I don't remember. But he did his thing, and it turned into a hit. It was dope. But if you listen to his first diss record, right, even his verse with Future, you know, with the whole thing kind of started, not started. The reality is, put his verse up against First Person Shooter got it. Them two heavyweights, the wordplay, the charisma, the schematics. Stop, y'all. Stop playing, man. Like, stop playing. I'm not saying that Kendrick didn't throw down. Like, and I'm not taking nothing away. And I'm really sorry to do the whole who won this person versus this one. Because if I sat in a room with him or a studio, you know, I'll switch sides. I'm just kidding. I would switch sides. But I would be like, yo, like, Kendrick, like, straight up, you can't take nothing away from him. You know, genius. Drake, you a genius, right? And it's kind of like Kanye, and I'm not going to go too deep into this because I don't want this to be too long. I just wanted to give y'all my final on it. We can talk more about it later if y'all want. But Kanye West is, I am a fan of his music. I am not a fan of him personally at all. Like, and I don't know him. So, but I'm telling you, just what he displays, unbecoming of a man. I'm sorry, I had to throw that shit in there. Anyway, how the situation with the wife and the award show, and if that was her choice, like, it is what it is. I'm not one of those people that's gonna run around and be like all this on nudity and stuff. Like, if she chose to do it, you know, who are we to, like, man, we go to the beach and we take our shirt off. Like, I just, if that was her decision, right, I get the whole, I got kids, right, so I get it, you know, but also know we live in a different time. People are exposed. Like, the thing is, like, I don't want to get too, like, we are building a narrative that Kanye made her do that, and I don't think we know that that's a fact, and I think we need to be careful with that, right? Like, it's time for us to stop speaking for women and stop thinking every time a woman does something that a man made her do it. Like, she legit could have made that decision on her own, right? She also could not have. I don't know, right? So, I just don't want to draw into the narrative because I don't know them. I don't know what went into that conversation. But anyway, keeping this on topic, his music is nice. His production is insane. I would say the last couple albums, nah, but I'm talking before, right? When he was making stuff for Hove. And I hate to bring Hove in a conversation like this because I put Hove above all of the people that I just named. So, and if you know me, you know I'm a Jay-Z fan, and we can fight, like, straight, like, we can argue for hours, and I will hit you with straight facts on Hove, and you'll quit that argument real quick. But so let's take him out the conversation because I don't think nobody's topped him yet. By the way, Hove, if you ever happen to come across this video, you know, the new album, I'd love to come to the listening party. You know what I'm saying? I've been a fan for a long time. My mama, for my birthday, be buying me stuff for you from merchandise and this and this. She bought me this one. I was in Korea. No, I had just got back from Afghanistan. And my mom bought me this, was that before? I can't remember. Anyway, she bought me this DVD collection of, like, I still got it, you know, and it was like a show and a bunch of interviews and stuff. And man, I'm telling you, that thing is worth $1 million to me. Hove, you just a genius, man. I try to read your books and I study you, man. I'm so glad, and you should be. I know you're honored that they're making a large part of the hip hop history. You got a museum, you know, they talk about your art and the music. So anyway, back to the subject. So, and shout out to the missus, because Beyonce is the greatest, and you can't top her. Like, it don't even matter at this point. Like, everything else is good, but it's just like those two people, you just have to take out the conversation when you're doing the comparison thing. I'm sorry, I hate to put people on like this godlike level or whatever the case may be, and I'm not saying I worship them, so stop, right? I'm just saying, like, you rating people and then you be like, oh, throw Hove in there. I thought you wanted to rate people. Like, I thought you actually were trying to get somewhere with this. All right, cool, Hove. Now, right? And he's like, oh, no, you can't even. Yes, you can. So anyway, so yeah, shout out to Kendrick. Shout out to Drake. If a Kendrick album dropped right now versus Drake, I want to know who you would buy. That's what I want to know. If Drake told me, hey, man, I'm about to drop an album, And I'm pretty much doing none of that singing. I'm about to flow on every track. I'm talking flows like his diss track, flows like he did on First Person Shooter, flows like he did when he rapping with 21 Savage, flows like he did with Future, flows like he did when he was Young Money. And the album is straight flows. I'm not saying don't put no tracks on there with you and Trey Songz and you and whoever, you know, who else singing? Chris Brown, like, do your thing, right? I would like to hear a Drake T-Pain track. I would. And I think if Drake wanted to make a hit record that can hit sports, kids, social media, he needs a mix between a producer like Mustard that's not West Coast, because West Coast had that success for Kendrick because they West Coast that beat and it was amazing. He took a worldwide sound, put West Coast in it, and it went viral, right? And I think Drake, if you want to do that, I really believe you need T-Pain in the room for that. You might need Khaled. Like, you know, before T-Pain and Khaled, if you had a T-Pain or Khaled track, it was a hit, right? Everybody wanted T-Pain and Khaled, right? I'm going to even go further. I'm going to say, if you really want to do something special, Drake, go get a feature with Ludacris. I know y'all going to think I'm crazy, like Luda. I'm telling you, man, Luda, if you listen to his artwork, right, this man, I'm just saying for the sake of the creativity, right, put them four people in the room. Drake, put Cole in there, I'm sorry. Drake, Cole, because Cole gonna be the feature and it's gonna be crazy, right? DJ Khaled, T-Pain, Luda. And if you gotta make variations, I know T-Pain and Khaled, you know, whatever, right? But, oof. Southern East Coast banger. I would even say if you take J. Cole off the feature and put 21 Savage, just for the sake of, like, depending on which way it's going. Nah, because J. Cole can do hood. Like, he can do, you know, I'm going to tell you. And Drake, another thing, I don't know if you ever heard of Rain 910. You know I'm from the Ville, so shout out Rain. You know, hit Rain and get you some of them symphony-led, you know, deep down in the dirty, you know, trap house but sophisticated Jim Jones, Jadakiss type beats. I know that was kind of all but if you go listen to some of Rain music, you know, shout out Dave East, man. Like, I don't know why you just came up, but shout out the homie. And then, so like, I'm gonna get off of this, but I had to let y'all know my take on the Kendrick Drake thing. I just want to know if a surprise album dropped today, both of them, Kendrick and Drake, which one of y'all are y'all loading up first? I want to know. Like the blue or the red pill. Y'all know I'm taking the blue pill. I'm just curious what you got. Which one of y'all, you know what I'm saying? So y'all let me know. Hey, y'all have a good day. I just wanted to talk hip hop this morning. Drake and Kendrick. They Not Like Us is the name. I feel so bad I could not remember that for nothing. You know, but yeah. Ooh, yeah. And they got, man, I seen a Caucasian reporter, and I'm only telling you that just for the, you know, the example, coming out to the They Not Like Us. I seen so many TikTok renditions and variations and videos of the whole, Drake, you do one, my brother. You do one. And I don't care about all that. I like Rick Ross, but that whole white boy stuff, like, stop. Drake, you a brother. You know, I ain't gonna say hit back. I'm gonna say get in the studio and drop that stuff like what you just did on Give Me a Hug. The beat, oh man. And then when you flowed, I was sold. You know, and I know you could have took that whole track and went in. I know that because we just heard it several times. I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all have a good day. Sorry about the sun being in the thing. I go by Mr. J Howard. Holla at me. Yep.